Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy back again with another one, and this time is a little bit different because we're actually doing a reaction to a young lady who's from Turkey but lives in Germany, and she's going to be talking about how she met her husband and things like that. And so, a couple weeks ago, this woman went viral. A few weeks ago, actually, she went viral for saying something that she didn't say, I guess, or some people interpreted that she was referring to. I'm not too sure. Let me know what you guys think. And shout out to this lady right here as well. She's doing her thing over there. And I love all content creators, especially if they're overseas, because that's my background where I come from. So let's get right into it.
The passport bro movement is growing for obvious reasons, as it should, but besides trying to find a wife, besides trying to find somebody to have fun with, being able to rely on, I'm about to tell you a few other things that are vital for a man: his self-worth, his self-respect, and his self-confidence that he can find dating women from other countries.
And fellas, I know you see what I see, but we're just gonna keep it respectful because this woman is married. But I'm heading over to Turkey very soon. Let's continue.
So when my husband and I started dating in 2001, it was pretty obvious. I'm a Turkish woman living in Germany. I went to Philadelphia. Don't ask me for the reasons. I met my husband, and the moment I met him, it clicked. It absolutely did. I knew I wanted to have him. And back then I was 18 years old, meaning my sexual marketplace value was at its highest peak.
Hey, listen, I'm impressed that she knows what sexual marketplace value is. And if you guys don't know, Kevin Samuels made it popular by having a call-in show with the ladies. He eventually stopped talking to guys, and so the ladies would call in. They were asking him, "Hey, help me find a husband," and he would ask them how much she weigh, what dress size, things like that, and how many kids you have. And so, yes, this woman is very aware of how the world works and how the market is for women. So I guess let's continue. She's very smart.
I was looking fresh, I was young, I was feminine, soft-spoken, cooperative, I knew how to cook, I knew how to clean, all of these things that are important as a growing up woman. And you already know what happens when a woman is willing to show a man that she's interested in him. Like, I was not about all that sending him confusing signals or leaving him without a clue.
Hey, real quick, how many of you guys have experienced this confusion that women try to give off? They won't talk to you for months on end, and then they'll pop back up like, "Hey, what's going on?" Or they'll give you kind of mixed signals when you both know y'all are feeling each other, but she don't really want to say nothing to you because it's like an unspoken rule that if whoever says "I like you" first, the other that gives the other person yeah, that's all these games that these people play. So she's very, very well aware of what's going on.
I made it pretty obvious that I was interested in him, and he really couldn't believe it. And he told me this after the fact, like a couple of years after we started dating and dealing with each other. He said, "I couldn't believe that you were interested in me because you looked like a superstar back in the day, and I'm telling you, everybody was trying to get with me, but I'm not trying to make myself..."
Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. But I'm gonna keep it respectful. This woman is married, and shout out to her and her husband.
Off the topic here, I just want to say that when you are actually lucky enough as an American man, especially a black man, meeting women from other countries who are into Americans, or especially black American men, you are going to be like, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm able to pull that.
Yeah.
I'm able to talk to this type of woman."
Yep.
Meanwhile, you are thinking about all those women who look half as good in your hometown giving you a hard time.
Foreign women give you a confidence boost. I'm not going to go into details, but let's continue.
Literally, you as a man will let these women know that you are interested, that you're about to start something, you're feeling them or whatever, and they will just play with you because they think that they're just all that. And once you come to the realization as a man that you can actually do better than what you have to deal with, what you have at home, do you know what kind of confidence boost that is for a man? How you gonna go back to your hometown and just look at all the chicks and be like, "Wait, I ain't gotta deal with you. You can play all day if you want to. I'm done dealing with you."
Facts.
And that's the exact same thing that happened with my husband back then, the guy that I was dating. Because the chick that he was dealing with previously, that situationship, with me, there was no situationship.
So basically what she's saying is from the very beginning, from the very first moment that she saw him, she made her intentions with him clear by what she was doing. And a lot of the times you'll hear, well, I'm not a wife, so I'm not gonna do this or do that for, my boyfriend or the guy that I like. But she's throwing all those rules out the window, and obviously she's not American, so she doesn't believe in this type of mindset. Let's continue.
I wanted him, okay? But with his previous situationship, she came through a couple of times. When we were chilling at his spot or whatever, I had no idea that she was at the door. I was just in the room doing what I was doing. And
we know what she was doing, fellas. Let's continue.
She really wanted to talk to me. To be honest with you, she wanted to beat me up, and I had no idea who she was. She had no idea who I was. It was just about the simple fact that one white girl, side note, I am not white, that one white girl was dealing with a black man. But I gotta remind you that this woman was giving him a hard time anyway. You didn't want this man anyway. And then you have somebody from another country who's definitely interested in what you were dealing with, and now you want to get mad at me for it?
This is very common in American women. They grow up idolizing rappers and pop stars like Taylor Swift and everything, and so they don't necessarily have a real concept of how to interact with people that they find attractive or and then they want for the rest of their life. And moreover, I mean, it's not really the culture in America to be with somebody long term at all. I mean, neither is Germany as well, but I guess since she's from Turkey, she doesn't really hold that belief of the West. So let's continue.
You had your shot. You didn't want him. So why are you mad at me now for me wanting him and for letting him know that I want him? You know what I mean? So now you have one average American black guy and two women. Really, it was just one woman battling for him because I already knew I had him, because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American.
She said there was no competition out there for me. Point blank, periods. I like her a lot.
Guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity.
Oh, she said, let me tell you. Yeah, I know, for sure.
Because I was not loud, I was not screaming, I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean, I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this.
All right, real quick, fellas, let me know in the comment section below if you've ever experienced something like this, to where, the people in your own family or somebody like your girlfriend has never done anything like this. And on the flip side, let me know if you've had experienced something like this before. Let's continue.
So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him, And I'm not trying to put his whole business out here on the spot or anything like that. I'm just speaking from what I have seen when I was in America and an average family that was going on. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family when he came and lived here in Germany,
This is a fact. Everyone who grew up in a household where everyone is black, brown, or whatever the case may be, everything's just kind of thrown together. Most of the time, you're not married. What she's saying is not false at all. You eat when you want, you go to sleep when you want, you say what you want, you do what you want. And after my parents divorced, that's literally how my mom's household was. So she's not lying. Let's continue.
So now you have a man whose self-confidence is most definitely built up because of the woman or women that he can deal with now.
Absolutely.
He has a routine that he had never experienced before. You know, being in a family with traditional values, he's a part of it now. So now he got introduced to what it means to have a woman in his life who actually cares about his health, you know, who makes sure that he eats good food, who makes sure that, hey, did you drink enough water today? Or how was your day today? You know, just sitting at a dinner table and talking about what we have done the whole day. He didn't.
I've never really had a woman ask me this except for if they were foreign. I've never had an American woman ask or do anything like this for me. Let's continue.
No, none of that, you know, and that is so important when you want to build a family unit. You cannot come from a broken home and then trying to build a family because you really don't know what it takes to have a family. You know, these are very, very important values. And when you come from a family with a traditional background like mine, you're going to have it automatically. Like for me, still till today, it is no effort to go to work, to take care of the household, sometimes to even to take care of business. Because, you know, when my husband came to live in Germany, he didn't know the language, none of that. I was on top of everything, had to handle everything, but that was cool. I never made an issue. So having to put in effort more than other women would, it was no big deal for me because at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing it for. I was doing it for my American boyfriend back then, who I knew I wanted to marry.
And I'm gonna just stop it right there, guys. I want you guys to go check out this video. She's spitting some real facts. I mean, she's married. She was married to a man. When she met him, she already knew that she wanted to marry him. Was doing things for him. Is this the norm? Let me know, guys, in the comment section below if you guys have any experience with foreign women or American women at all that are doing these things for you. And real quick before I let you guys go, if you've traveled overseas, if you've been to, you know, Germany, Turkey, Poland, England, anything like that, let me know as well. I'll definitely be interested in maybe doing a video on, you know, top 5 spots that I want to go visit as an adult. And then, you know, maybe we can have a discussion or maybe meet overseas or something like that. Or I don't know. We'll figure something out, guys. If you got value from the video, hit the like button. Be sure to follow this young lady. Her name is Saria Brooks, I believe it is. And so you won't be able to miss her. Easily found. And let her know where you came from. All right, guys. That's it for today's video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.